Hello, welcome to our November video, writing query letters. Oh man, this is it. Actually going to get ready to send this thing out there. It's exciting. Also a little scary. So a query letter. What needs to be in there? It definitely needs to be not all that long. I've heard that it's the movie trailer for your book. So it talks about the exciting stuff, gives you an idea of what's going to go on in there, and you're done. It just whets your appetite for the rest of it. You're not going to tell the entire plot. That's for a synopsis. If they require a synopsis, that's when you need to go through and write a summary of the entire plot, including giving away the ending, whatever. But, giving a sort of a Reader's Digest condensed version of the whole thing. But a query letter is not for that. A query letter is you start with a hook, something that's interesting that makes your story stand out. You need to talk about the main conflict and characters, so give you an idea of what the stakes are going to be, about who the story is about, what kind of genre we're talking about. So you talk about the main conflict. If you are talking about, a dragon, it's probably fantasy, that sort of thing. Query letter usually say a little bit about what genre it is specifically, the audience. So it's a young adult fantasy, and it's complete at 70,000 words. And you give an approximate word count. You can round to the nearest 1,000 or whatever. But after you've done those two things, then you talk a little bit about your own credentials. If you have any past publishing credits, list those. If you don't, it's okay. It's a good idea to list anything that makes you uniquely qualified to write this particular book, especially if you're doing nonfiction. Say, hey, I'm a professor of linguistics, and that's why I'm writing a book about languages, fantasy languages that you're making up, something. I have this background, so you can talk about your education, your previous publishing credits, anything that gives you more credibility. You need anything that you can to make yourself stand out and to lend yourself more credibility. So, please let me know what your questions are about query letters. Should all probably fit on one page. I've never written a query letter that's more than a single typed page. It should have your contact information on it, your hook, and your short blurb about your book, where you talk about the stakes, the characters, the setting, just whatever is going to catch their attention, the most interesting elements of your book. Best parts. Then talking about the genre and the word count, talking about your credentials, and saying, thanks for your consideration. That's it. That's all it needs to be there. It's not the synopsis. It's not anything more than that. Don't give it all away. You just want, the movie trailers can really be bummers when they give away the ending, or so some of the major things that were supposed to be a surprise. So in this case, just whet their appetite, leave them wanting more. All right, good luck and happy writing.